Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Sudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, entitled Dhyana Yoga. Text. Which one? 41. Okay. One who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil. Okay. So what did we discuss last time? My dear friend said, if you do good, you're not going to be overcome by evil. But what is good? How do we know what is good? How do we know what is good? What we go to AI and ask, what is good? Some nonsense like this. That's how we know what is good. How do we know what is good? Student AI, I mean, this is really such a horrible, it's like like some demon that hunts you. You can't even search the contacts in your phone without that Rakshas being straight in front of your eyes. No, it's amazing. We just enforce it upon you. No, just this, you can't live with it without with it and without it. Okay, so what did we discuss last? What is good? You know what is good?
Two replies. Whatever.
Why two replies? Just choose one, Baba. And why two?
Oh,
Yeah, one is yes and one is no. So now what? It's like there are two. One is yes and one is no. So yeah.
Both are yes. First, whatever place is Krishna is good, and whatever is the wording of the Shastras is good.
Okay.
But first Krishna.
So that's why we read Bhagavad Gita, no? That's what Krishna says. That's Shastra and that's what Krishna spoke. Okay. You have something to say? Something good to say? Okay, good. If you don't have anything good to say, then better don't say anything. Anybody else? Yes?
The last was one translated is who does auspicious activities, so he will not meet destruction in this world or the.
Okay, transcendentalist who performs positive activities is not going to meet with destruction in this world, neither in the next. So everything is all auspicious and everything is everlasting. One doesn't lose anything. There's no loss at all. Okay, anybody else wants to add something? Yes?
we discussed about how the philosophy, to understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, you need to elevate the consciousness first. You need to come to the certain level.
Okay, to understand philosophy of Krishna consciousness, one has to elevate the consciousness. We've seen this throughout the world. Of course, all the great devotees, I mean, I'm not saying because I've seen it, that's from the great devotee, but the acharyas, it's just such an obvious fact that you can't present pure Krishna consciousness sometimes. It becomes very difficult. People just don't understand anything. They can't understand. Like once Srila Prabhupada came to Netherlands, Holland. They're in Amsterdam, and then devotees organized some Prabhupada. These people, he said, just hold the kirtan and give prasad. They just thought they have no capacity, of course, for many other reasons. But I said, just give prasadam, keep kirtan going on. That's it. There's no need of lecture, discourses, discussion, no philosophy. Just do like that. So many times people are just not capable. They just don't understand what they're talking about. Yeah. A philosophy, they don't have capacity to understand the philosophy. That's why Krishna consciousness is meant for the most intelligent people. What does that mean? That means one is living a life in the mode of goodness. One is living a life of some piety. Then only, it's just like if you want to sow the seed, there has to be fertile soil. If that's not the case, then what's the use of sowing seeds? They'll not fructify. No. So if you give amazing philosophy or instructions to someone who just doesn't have the capacity to understand, then it's useless. It's waste. So one has to see. That's why every preacher, when he talks to someone, he understands what is that person's position, what is that person's level of understanding, what is that person's level of consciousness. And then accordingly, he just, presents things, seeing the way that person reacts. Like also why do we ask questions? What do you think? Why I ask questions? When I ask you some question, what do you think? I don't know the answer. That's why I'm asking. I mean, sometimes it happens. No, I want to see what's your understanding. No? I want to see what's your understanding. And then according to that, then I'll, present something more or less. No? That's the whole point. It's not just, I come here, we have these funny preachers, Bible preachers, or this and that, anyway, whatever, or politicians, that's even better. Or whatever, they have their script here, and then, the unsuccessful yogi. And everybody, wow, yes. And then he said that after many, many years, yes, very good, after many years of enjoyment on the planet, they have to read the stuff. They can't talk, they can't talk for 5 minutes, Of course, unless they want to say some nonsense or whatever. They have to read their scripted text, And it's all just, if some question comes or something, it's big difficulty, big problem for them. They've nothing realized. They've nothing realized. And they have no concrete solutions. It's all just a big game going on. So that's why we ask questions, and we have to understand. We try to understand. It's just like taking medicine. No, don't just give any medicine in any quantity. No, you have to understand the symptoms. Then, according to that, the physician will give you diet, and he will give you the medicine. Both things. That's appropriate treatment. The same way with preaching. It's not just anything and everything. It has to be understood. Then it will be beneficial, and it will be successful. So, okay. So, anything else? Yes.
Last time you told us about how once a person comes in Krishna consciousness, and if by some chance he returns back into the use in Maya, he won't get that taste.
Yeah, very difficult to get
Yeah.
taste of.
The reason-
material.
Yes, and then you explain the reason because he has expanded. Sorry.
Expanded. 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 Exploited. Extravagant. Extrapolated. Extrapolation. You know extrapolation? Then which one is it? Expanded. Hey, Sheila, come. You're leaving him alone. Choose some other word. Some synonym, yeah. Tell him Hindi, Baba. No, tell him Gujarati first.
Karcho.
So what does it?
Karch means.
Kacha. Kacha.
She has spent on karma that has been allotted by
Expanded.
previous life.
Expanded all the time. It's okay. Maybe that's actually that. So we discussed that.
There is no enjoyment left for.
There's no enjoyment left. But of course, you can always fall very, very low. Very, very low. If you act like a hog, yeah, you act like a hog, then you get a body like a hog. But even before that, you're trained a little more. And they go to special place called hellish planetary systems. I mean, then they train you to eat abominable things. And slowly, slowly, you get a taste of it. Then when you get suitable body that you can relish, digest and have a very nice taste for it, you know. But immediately after falling from Krishna consciousness, let's say, it's not so easy because you've had a taste of Krishna consciousness and that taste remains for a while. And therefore, when you're engaged in, tasting like these abominable things, then it's not so easy to appreciate. Okay, anything else? No, nothing from last whole beef report. Okay, anyway, we won't repeat too much. So let's read today's verse. It's already time is passed so much. So this is quite known verse. Prapya punyam kritam loka ushita shashwati sama shujinam shrimatam gehe yogo rashto vijayate. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, but one thing I remember now, we didn't do commentaries, no? We're supposed to do commentaries today. But anyway, we won't do now, it's too late. So next time, whoever is giving Bhagavad Gita, should read commentaries for previous verse. And it's going to be previous verse and it's going to be this verse, no? Somebody can be assigned and present some essence of both. Because I'm not going to be here. So whoever does it, or whoever can prepare, so that you send. Yeah. So, but prepare at home and present it here in 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Somebody can do both, or both verses, both commentaries. Okay, so translation. The unsuccessful yogi, after many, many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entities, is born into a family of righteous people or into a family of rich aristocracy. So we were talking about practicing spiritual life. And somebody, as we already discussed so much earlier, Arjuna questioning what happens to somebody who starts practicing spiritual life, but he doesn't complete his practice. He said, is he just like a ribbon cloud? That there's a little cloud that appears and then sometimes it joins the big cloud, or it's completely dispersed, it just ceases to exist. So is this the case with the unsuccessful transcendentalist? As I start practicing, I give up so many material things and I start spiritual practice, but I don't achieve perfection. I don't achieve my goal. So is it all lost? It's like we know. And I mean, so many cases. I mean, you must be also knowing so many cases. People, they start something. Let's say they start studying something. They don't complete that studies. Is there any use of that? They just wasted time. Or somebody starts working somewhere, or somebody, okay, even better one, somebody invests in some business, doesn't get things back, no? Even gets in loss. It's such a loss. So many examples on material platform. So Arjuna was naturally frightful that if I do similar activities, or if I start performing activities like this in the spirit, in my spiritual life, then will it all be just lost? Because you don't want to start something that you don't get benefit out of it, no? You don't want to invest in something that you don't get any return. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So that's why the last few verses, this is the discussion going on. Krishna is now replying to Arjuna and said, no, that's not the case with spiritual life, because spiritual endeavor, it's eternal endeavor. Spiritual credit, it's eternal credit. One doesn't lose anything. So that's why he gives the example. He says that unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entities, is born into family of righteous people or into family of rich aristocracy. So that means yogi, he will get material benefit also, and he will not lose his spiritual position. So what does that mean? He will go to heavenly planets. He will experience certain enjoyment, because most likely that's also something that he desired. It's like to Dhruva Maharaj. And Vishnu gave, he said, Dhruva said, I'm not interested in the kingdom greater than that of my grandfather. I'm not interested. I thought this was the goal of life. But now when I see you, I get such a jewel compared to broken glass. I'm not interested in it. But still Krishna gave, he said, okay, no, it doesn't matter. I'll give you. You just take it. You just take it. You won't be diverted now, because now you know the essence of life. So sometimes yogi like this. So he's given facility. He's given certain facilities. And then after he exhausts that, then he appears in the family that it's pious family, or family that doesn't have to undergo some, existential difficulties or whatever like this. Somewhere where the life, it's, you might say, materially very easy. And from that point of view, and then it's easier to take or practice spiritual life. So he again starts from where he left over in the last life. He will get an opportunity. You may wonder, let's say, if you're not born in India again, let's say, where you want to be born in? Bangladesh? Somewhere. Will I get chance to practice spiritual life again? Krishna will make arrangement. Oh, where? You said someplace? You want to go somewhere? I'm going now. I'm not going to tell you where. Some places. So wherever, but Krishna will make arrangement. Krishna will make arrangement. So it's very interesting when Srila Prabhupada started preaching. He said that so many people were started, just sometimes meeting people. He said, "Oh, I got a book on the airport," and then that book went somewhere, Middle East, here, there, Japan, here. It's like, it's amazing. Krishna would manifest. Krishna would manifest, and no matter where you again appear due to your karma, Krishna will make arrangements to remind you of him. That's really Krishna's mercy. That's really Krishna's mercy. Srila Prabhupada also gave his own example, that he was born in a family which was a Vaishnava family. So that's easy to become a devotee of Krishna, no? And from his childhood, he had his own deities. He was worshipping Radha Govinda. He had his own Ratha Yatra. He had so many things going. So in such a way, somebody who does practice spiritual life, there's nothing lost. Just continue from where he left off. But now the question is, And that's also something, just reminding, something that we discussed also. Why do we want to practice spiritual life partially? Why we don't, like Prabhupada would urge, he would stress so much, he would say, to finish this business in one lifetime. Why do you want to wait for next lifetime? And it might not be just one next lifetime, it might be many next lifetimes. Just like, the story of Jadbharat. Yeah, that's pretty good, it just spent 2 lifetimes. One as a deer and another one as a brahmana again. But why? But like here also, this yogi, he goes to heavenly planets, he gets the body of a demigod, and then again he has to appear, and again he has to practice. Why do you want to go through that trouble again? What do you gain by this? Why don't we realize now that there is nothing that this material world substantially has to offer? Why do we want to waste time? Why we don't become serious right now? Why we are so involved and entangled with material affairs, thinking that this is something that will make us happy? That's what we have to think really strongly, and that's what we have to emphasize very strongly. Why do we want to waste time? Now it's already, we have perfect opportunities, we have all the facilities to be Krishna conscious. Why are we wasting time? Why do we think that good job is so important? Is there anything as such as good job? I don't know, but maybe you might be thinking this. Why do we think that a very beautiful wife is so important? Why do we think that, I don't know what else, I don't know what you're thinking. Shiva, what's your plan? Why we don't utilize this life and fully dedicate it to Krishna and finish this business in this lifetime and no more coming back? As Kali Yuga is progressing, things are just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. What does that mean? This fire, it's not stopping. That fever of material existence is still burning and it's increasing. No? That fire in US, now it started in some other places and still burning, burning homes. It's heavy. It's heavy. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. This is karma. Karma will come one way or the other. You have to pay for your simple activity somewhere else. It's unfortunate, but maybe it is fortunate, so people will start, taking shelter of Krishna. Maybe start, modifying their lives in a more positive way. Because that especially that area, what is that area? It's a area of illusion, area of Maya, no? Hollywood. So it's not just that they are in Maya, but they're putting so many other people in Maya. So that's even worse karma. No, it's very bad. You're misdirecting and misleading everybody else. Anyway, that's aside. But the point is, if one uses his life, what it's really meant for, human life, it's meant for spiritual inquiries, then one can be really happy and satisfied in this life. If one has some other expectation, inevitably one will be disappointed. Because everybody is disappointed. Somehow or other, nobody achieves perfection in anything in this life. You find me, you bring anybody, it's not even a challenge, it's just a almost sense statement. You bring anybody who can claim that my life has been perfect, successful, and I'm really happy with it. And now I can peacefully leave my body. You bring me anybody who can really truthfully claim, make such a claim. Nobody. Everybody still wants something more and something else, and have so many frustrations and disappointments from earlier experiences. And that's the state they leave their bodies. And of course, then you have to take another body, because you have so many desires, you still have so many expectations. No satisfaction, no satiation. So why do we want to waste our lifetimes one after another, one after another, one after another? So that's what Prabhupada would say, finish this business in this one life. How many times you have to get born again? How many times you have to die again? How many times you have to go to school again? How many times you have to be in there? So much pressure and anxiety again. How many times you have to, fight and quarrel and blame so many these politicians and that politicians because they're all just whatever, How many times you have to, nothing's ever going to be perfect. There's always going to be so much frustration. You see in the world how people are frustrated, how governments are squeezing taxes from them and money and restricting their freedom in so many ways. Who is happy? Nobody's happy. Now in South Korea also this nonsense going on with what was that? President declared military law or something, this and that, and people are freaking out and everybody's freaking out. And it's like, it's everywhere. It's something going on everywhere. Something going on. Here in India, everything is very, it's a little bit different, It's so much mess going on, but it's like very polished and very subtle. And anyway, that's a different discussion. It's all so much Maya also. So there's hey, that's okay. Another. Hey, Rahul, Haribol. This is second time. Yesterday also. Switch off your phone. Or whatever. Speaker. You want to share something? That's the way you. So that's right. In this lifetime, don't wait for the next life. You never know what may happen next, because this life, you see, this is the illusion that you have some things. You have a let's say good home, good job, but let's say you just have troubles with your wife. So you think if I would just resolve this, then my life would be perfect. No. So that's your whole meditation and effort and endeavor and so many things, whatever. And then, of course, this life goes by. And then next life, because you put so much effort into this, the next life, you get good, you get along with some relationships. But then, your income, your job, your home, your relationships with others, there's some other trouble there. And then you have to settle that. You understand how things work? Nothing's ever perfect. No matter what it is, it's going to be something that's going to be misaligned somewhere. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. That's material world. You ever notice that with your body, maybe? Everybody's so bodily conscious. But what's your problem? Huh? Something. You will tell me later. Okay, you don't want to make it public. But something that can be stated public, something. Okay, let's who the other day somebody was wearing, like they put this wire on the teeth, to make them straight or something. Doesn't matter. Why are you looking at me? What's your question? You wanna you wanna fix your teeth, no? You wanna fix your teeth, and then you fix your teeth, and all your focus is, oh, my teeth are so bad. Okay, listen. And then you fix that. Then you find out, oh, there's something else. Maybe one ear is a little bigger than the other. I don't know. I'm just giving some silly examples. So then you find out, oh, there's some other problem is there. Or maybe, maybe my teeth, oh, I'm too tall. It's like so there's a problem. so that's a problem. When I enter the local train, and all the time I have to be bent like this. or in the sleeper, you can't sleep. Somebody's always touching your feet. Yeah, there's so many problems. And there's no end. I mean, there's so many silly things going on. So that's why in this world, there is that good one. There is that saying that it's just like sleeping with a short blanket,
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Understood.
you understood that. Okay. So if your feet are warm, then you feel cold here, no? But if you pull it up here, then your feet will be cool. So any way you pull it, it's going to be a problem, no? So this is the nature of the material world. It's just nothing perfect. So what are we wasting time here? What are we wasting? We didn't figure out that yet. Mumbai traffic. Should I tell you about Mumbai traffic? Since '97, when I came to Mumbai first time, nothing has improved. Nothing has improved. The jams since then and going on still. And they made it, now they open from Worli, they open, I heard that they opened that other sea link or something. So it's from Bandra, Worli, or whatever, it goes so Haji Ali and then whatever. That's still the traffic jams are there, no? Still there's a traffic. And metros and so many metros are there, and monos and whatever. So this world is just, there's no ultimate solution. There's always going to be giving you trouble and pain, you know. Or you want to have perfect family, and I know this is really heavy. And this is not a joke now. I'm not telling you, this you have to take it really serious because it's real serious. I know even some devotees, they really want to be Krishna conscious, and they really are nice devotees, and everything is fine. But then they get a child, which is, they call it, what's that called? And a few families, they get that the children are, Down syndrome. No, how's it called? Yeah, they're a little bit, they're slow in everything, and they spend so much money going to hospitals and things, so much pain, so much suffering, so much trouble. Yeah. How do you control it? You can't control it. It comes by karma. And in some way, you're forced to be detached. You're forced to give up all false ego about anything nice and good in relationship to the body. It doesn't work. So why do you want to be forced? Why don't we do it voluntarily? Why don't we give up some things voluntarily? What does that mean? First of all, just don't get entangled. Just surrender to Krishna. Just work for Krishna and just try to be as Krishna conscious and just get out of here. Because Prabhupada, again, same analogy that we use, he said it's just like in the jail, being imprisoned. No. What is the point of improving your situation in the jail? What is the point of improving your situation in the jail? Getting a better cell, getting a better facilities, you're still in the jail. So even if you go like this, Prabhya Punyam Kritam Loka, you go up to the heavenly planets, you're still in the jail. The whole purpose of life should be get out of the jail, be free, not to improve your facilities. So why are we wasting time improving facilities, getting better place to stay, getting better means to travel to the job, getting these benefits? Or it doesn't work. And again, even if you manage to just fix something or arrange something, then you'll find out there's something else giving you so much trouble and pain, which you cannot control. It's beyond your control. It's beyond control. Somebody, let's say, will make noise, somebody makes some disturbance, something. There's always something. That's material. So Prabhupada said, what a gentleman would do, just finish your business and get out. Don't waste time improving something that can't be improved. Why it can't be improved? Because people have mentality of exploitation. That's why it can't be improved. This material world can also be a spiritual world, but people don't have that consciousness. Neither they want that consciousness. So then why should we remain here? So better make some effort as much as possible. Get some credit. You're playing video games? Sure. You're lying to me? Okay. It's like you play a video game and you collect points. No? Collect some points. So in the spiritual life, you collect spiritual pious credit points, which are never lost. And accumulate as much as possible. Serve as many devotees as you can. Give as much time for, Krishna as you can. And then you won't get entangled. And you'll be, first of all, yes, you'll be free from material sufferings. And second, you'll be coming closer and closer and closer and closer to Krishna. And maybe you come close enough, even if you don't reach the goal, maybe Krishna will pull you towards the goal. Because you've been so steadily coming. That's what we count on. That's really what we count on. That mercy. That kripa of spiritual master. By his mercy, then Krishna may be, helping us more. But that we have to show by our effort, by our desire, at least. Once for all, we should be done with this material world. What is it? It's such an illusion. Just like here behind the lawn again, I was just passing now, all coming on. They're making some pandal, no? They're making marriage or this and that. And it's such a big mess. Of course. And then at the end, they're going to put some, parda, or something, and put some flowers and lots of lights, because it's dark, of course. But the lights are going to be just in front, and everything's going to be like, wow. And they put some, these chemical perfumes and this, whatever, spray it and this and that. And people will be in such an illusion thinking, wow, so nice party, No? You just look behind. You just look behind. What is behind? It's such a big mess. And I was thinking, now there's destroying the grass. This grass is now, since Janmashtami, now luckily it started growing a little bit again. And, but now again, they're putting so many heavy things. They're going to just destroy the whole ground. So this is material illusion. They create a place which is just on surface bewildering. And you look behind, what is behind? So many, things that support all of that and whatever. There's nothing attractive with it. Absolutely nothing attractive. So that's material world. So why do we want to be bewildered like this by this material existence? There's no substance there. It's just the surface that is bewildering. That's all. So why do we want to waste time? And then we may say, yes, in next life, we'll start where we left off. Why do you want to wait for next life? Because next life again is going to be some trouble. Next life again, somebody will be doing better than you. Now you want to compete. Now you look at this guy. I also want to have the same girlfriend like he does or something. You may get the same, but that somebody else will get better, and then you'll be envious of that one. No. That's also what goes on in the heavenly planets. You might think going to heavenly planets, everybody's equal. No, they're not equal. Somebody still has a better chariot. Somebody still has a better palace. And then still that Irsha will be there. Envy. And not being satisfied. Somebody has something better than I do. What a madness of material existence. But why do we want to be here? And you're never peaceful though. And your heart is burning. Well, so many things, so many nice qualities. Material world. So why we want to go through all of that? It's just be Krishna conscious and be happy. That's why that's the only way to be happy. Not by accumulating and getting more and more material assets or something which just give you more burden and trouble. Just being Krishna conscious, just give all this up, then you will be happy. That's the point. That's how you'll be happy. That's how you'll be relieved. No more burden at all. No more anxiety, no more attachment, no more suffering. Just give it up and leave it up to Krishna and see what a happy life that is. So simple. But no, we can't live simply. Yeah. Anyway, that's why at least gradually, if you don't understand philosophy, what we are discussing, just like we said in the beginning, take more prashad. No problem. Hear more kirtan, like a minute. Until hopefully one day we get some realization. We realize something. Okay, so Prabhupada said the unsuccessful yogis are divided into two classes. One is fallen after very little progress, and one is fallen after a long practice of yoga. The yogi who falls after a short period of practice goes to the higher planets, where the pious living entities are allowed to enter. After prolonged life there, he's sent back to this planet to take birth in the family of righteous Brahman Vaishnava or of aristocratic merchants. So yes, some facility again for spiritual life is already existing then, and one just continues. So he said that the real purpose of yoga practice is to achieve the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness, as explained in the last verse of this chapter. But those who do not persevere to such an extent and who fail because of material allurements are allowed by the grace of Lord to make full utilization of the material propensities. And after that, they are given opportunities to live prosperous lives in the righteous or aristocratic families. Those who are born in such families may take advantage of the facilities and try to elevate themselves to full Krishna consciousness. But it may happen that you don't take advantage and you allow yourself to be distracted also. That's also what happens. And we've seen that. I've seen many gurukulis in our movement. They have such an opportunity. They're raised in gurukul or whatever, and later on they just become a complete mess. It happens also. There's no guarantee. That's why waiting for the next life. You want to discover in next life what's going to trouble you? Is that fun? Is that fun? You want to find out what in the next life is going to giving you so much disturbance and anxiety? That's what's fun. So then why waiting for that? You already should understand that every life there's no perfection. There's so much difficulty and trouble and struggle and so many issues and problems and so many other people giving you trouble and so. And if it said in Kali Yuga things are going to get worse, then why are you hoping that next life something's going to be better? It's just going to be worse. So better to use this time and energy and become Krishna conscious and get out of this mess. Get out of this jail, get out of this, stage setting. Don't remain here. Drama is not going to be very pleasant. Okay, a few minutes left. Any questions on this? Yes. Okay, you ask first.
So sometimes our mind,
Type it. Mind what?
sometimes mind tend to make reasons like, okay, we are performing spiritual activities, we are visiting temples Sunday different days,
Okay.
and we are doing hearing, chanting, reading.
Yes, we should never become complacent. We are doing things, we are performing activities in a mechanical way without proper consciousness. That's why we have to keep on reminding ourselves why we are doing what we are doing. Not that, material energy has to awaken us in a very rude way that we realize, woo, we can't exploit Maya. So being Krishna conscious, being steady, we're not really just trying to focus, you may even say, okay, enjoy Krishna consciousness, there's no problem. Do it with just proper consciousness as much as possible. And then the taste will come. And when you have a taste, then mind will not be distracted by other things, because other things will become distaste, abominable practically. That's what's material existence. And once one gets the taste, that's a struggle. Struggle is on the Kanishta level. When you become Madhyam means steady. Madhyam Nishta level, it's already it's steady. One looks at this material, it said, wow, yuck, what a horrible thing. Yeah. What a horrible thing. Just like sometimes you're you go in the temple and there's so many hairs on the floor. And Mataji say, whatever. Hairs, and otherwise you think, oh, hair is very nice. You touch that hair, it's so contaminated. No? Otherwise you would think, oh, hair is very nice. No, hair is not very nice. So different consciousness, different taste, different understanding. Okay, there's some questions there. A chat box. Anybody here still has anything else to say? Okay, said if those who fail in yoga are reborn with inherent spiritual tendencies, does this not contradict the law of karma? No, it doesn't, because it's on spiritual level. Good and bad comes by karma. Spiritual level remains spiritual level. Spiritual level is not, it's akarma. You have karma, vikarma, and akarma. Let's clarify it like this. So akarma is not under influence of karma or vikarma. If someone can inherit spiritual progress through yoga, does it create an imbalance or unfairness for those who follow other paths or activities? No, whatever you follow, that result you get. That's the point. So you have to choose where you want to invest. Where you want to invest. You follow this process, you have to be clear. This is the result that I receive. So then, that's our choice. And we have to be very clear what we are doing. So, and then those who do something else, that's again their choice. And they get the result of what they do. That's why we should know Shastra. We should be clear. When we start doing something, what are we doing and what results can we expect? Sambandha vidya prayojan. What's our field of action? What's our position within it? How to act and what to expect out of it. It has to be clear. Okay, and serving souls in the material society, like opening charitable hospital or age homes, help this kind of social, is this also spiritual? No, it's not spiritual. It's not spiritual at all. Unless you give them prasadam and give them Bhagavad Gita. It's just pious activity, and piety also, it's without Krishna, it's just like impiety. Piety and impiety, they're just two sides of the same coin. And you do something so-called charitable, you help someone to become more sinful, then what kind of help is that? No? People are sick and they don't have illicit sex. And then you help them get better and immediately they have illicit sex. So how did you help? No? You just facilitated their sinfulness. So, what kind of help is that? Okay, 9 o'clock. Okay, let's stop here. Shloka Prabhupada ki jai, Bhagavad Gita ki jai,